Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why two people can move to the same country, एउटै भिजा क्लास, लगभग सिमिलर इन्कम अनि एउटै अपर्च्युनिटिज, यतिसम्म कि सिमिलर फ्यामिली ब्याकग्राउन्ड, सिमिलर फाइनेन्शियल ब्याकग्राउन्ड, तर दुईजनाको लाइफ कम्प्लिटली डिफरेन्ट छ, दुईजनाको यात्रा कम्प्लिटली फरक छ। कोही मान्छे छिटै सेटल हुन्छन्, कोही मेहनत मात्रै गरिरहन्छन्, कोही साथीभाइ छिटै बनाउँछन्, कोही इजिली ट्रस्ट गर्छन्, कोही सबै कुरादेखि डराउँछन् र कोही भिडभाडमा हराएझै हुन्छन्। यसलाई बुझ्न मलाई धेरै समय लाग्यो। हाम्रो जीवनलाई देशले होइन, हामीले बोकेको बाल्यकालले आकार दिन्छ। When we move abroad, we think we are carrying just the suitcases, but almost everyone is carrying something from their childhood. A memory, a pattern, a belief, and all those things quietly influences how we live abroad. WHO र अन्य ग्लोबल मेन्टल हेल्थको अनुसन्धान अनुसार बाल्यकालको पीडा, भावनात्मक दबाव, तनाव, अपेक्षा, अस्थिरता, यी सबैले हामी ठुलो भएपछि कसरी व्यवहार गर्छौँ, कसरी सामना गर्छौँ, कसरी सम्बन्ध बनाउँछौँ, सबैमा गहिरो प्रभाव पार्छ। And these early experiences have a direct impact on how migrants adapt to a new country. And today I want to unpack the invisible luggage. For the next 10 to 15 minutes, म तपाईहरुसँग शेयर गर्छु what the invisible luggage is अनि यसले कसरी migrants को लाइफमा असर पार्छ अथवा impact पार्छ अनि how I personally identified my patterns and how I released them अनि तपाईले पनि आफ्नो प्याटर्न्सहरु कसरी आइडेन्टिफाई गरेर त्यसलाई रिवायर गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। So stay till the end. I want you to look at this video. You know, केही मान्छे सानैदेखि राम्रो बच्चा बन्छन्, शान्त, विनम्र, सबैसँग मिल्ने र कसैलाई नाइ भन्न नसक्ने। That is Maya, a 20-year-old woman in a video जसले सानैदेखि यस्ता सन्देशहरू मनमा बसालेर अघि बढिन्। खुला भएर बोल्नु खतरनाक हुन्छ। यदि मैले आफ्नो विचार राखे भने मलाई गाली अथवा सजाय मिल्छ। मेरो भावना महत्त्वपूर्ण छैन। What she didn't realize is that these weren't just memories. यी त उनका सर्भाइभल प्याटर्न्स बनेका थिए जसले उनको नर्भस सिस्टममा डिपली बसिरहेको थियो। न्यूरोसाइन्स अनुसार जब सानो बच्चाले पटक पटक आफ्ना आवश्यकताहरू राख्दा डर, गाली, सजाय र अस्वीकृति अनुभव गर्छ, उसको दिमागमा बिस्तारै यस्तो प्रभाव पर्छ। आफ्नो आवाज अनि फिलिङ्सलाई दबाउने, झगडा वा विवादबाट टाढा रहने, सुरक्षित महसुस गर्न आफू सानो भएर बस्ने र यही प्याटर्न ठुलो भएपछि पनि पछ्याइरहन्छ। इभन आफ्टर माइग्रेटिङ अब्रोड, माया बोल्दा निकै डराउँथिन्, आफ्नो विचार राख्न हिचकिचाउँथिन् र हरेक सिचुएसनमा आफैलाई ब्लेम गर्थिन्। नट बिकज सी वाज विक, बट बिकज हर ब्रेन ह्याड लर्न long ago that silence felt safer than expression. र यसको असर केवल व्यवहारमा मात्र होइन, it affected her body with anxiety, neck and shoulder tension, digestion problems and constant stress. ठ्याक्कै बेसल भ्यान दर कोलक, one of the world's leading trauma researchers and psychiatrists, जसले आफ्नो बुकमा The body keeps the score मा भने जस्तै शरीरले त्यो सम्झन्छ जुन बिर्सन खोज्छौं। Now I want you to see the another video of a different person with a different story. प्रियाको बाल्यकाल बिल्कुलै फरक थियो। She grew up in a small town where her mother was no more. घरकी जेठी छोरी भएका कारण साना भाइ बहिनीहरूको जिम्मा सानै उमेरमा उनको काँधमा पर्यो। सानैदेखि उनले एउटा कुरा सिकिन्, यदि मैले आफैलाई जोगाइन भने मलाई कसैले जोगाउँदैन। मनोविज्ञानमा यसलाई हाइपर इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट सर्भाइभल रेस्पोन्स भनिन्छ। यो त्यही बानी हो जुन बच्चाले आफ्नो उमेर, आफ्नो समयभन्दा अगाडि ठुलाहरूले जिम्मेवारी वहन गर्दा विकास हुन्छ। त्यसैले प्रियाको स्वभाव यस्तो बन्यो कि उ छिटो निर्णय गर्ने, साहसी। She was always the first to try, first to speak, first to get a job, and first to push forward. When she moved abroad, मानिसहरू उनको आत्मविश्वास देखेर प्रभावित हुन्थे, तर त्यो निडर देखेर बाहिरी रूपभित्र अर्को वास्तविकता लुकेर बसेको थियो। प्रिया सधैँ हाई अलर्टमा बस्थिन्। सी फेल्ट एक्जस्टेड, तर आफूलाई आराम गर्न कहिले अनुमति दिँदैनथिन्। कसैलाई भरोसा गर्नु यो कुरा उनको लागि कठिन हुन्थ्यो। From a psychiatric and neuroscience perspective, her brain wasn't broken. It had simply adapted to a childhood where survival depended on taking action, staying strong, and never slowing down. उनको बाल्यकालले उनलाई तोडेको थिएन, तर it trained her nervous system to survive through constant doing instead of feeling safe in stillness. And now, let me share a piece of my story too. धेरै लामो समयसम्म नयाँ मानिसहरूसँग कुरा गर्नु मेरो लागि पहाड चढे जै लाग्थ्यो। Every sentence that came out of my mouth had already been repeated, edited, rehearsed inside my head several times over. किन त? Because once I was judged for the way I spoke, for how I expressed myself, for simply being me. र थाहा नै नपाए म भित्रभित्रै श्रिङ्क हुँदै गएँ। I built a cell around my voice. चुप रहन चाहेर होइन, but because silence felt safer than being misunderstood. In psychology, this is called a self-protective inhibition response. त्यो समय म सोच्थेँ कि this is what my personality is, this is what I am. तर यो त म हुँदै होइन, यो त मेरो मनले मलाई जोगाउन बनाएको एउटा survival pattern थियो. And the moment that I understood that this pattern was learned, not the truth, then the real change began. यो त केवल 3वटा कथाहरू थिए र 3वटा patterns. यस्ता अरू धेरै patternsहरू छन्. Research shows that we carries hundreds of invisible patterns from our childhood to adulthood, like people pleasing, perfectionism, avoidance, and overachieving, and many more. And when someone migrates with such patterns, it doesn't disappear. It reveals more. Now let me take this into scientific level, but in a simplest way. Psychiatric Dr. Bruce Perry र clinical professor of psychiatry at UCLA, Dr. Dan Siegel का अनुसार हाम्रो मस्तिष्कमा बारम्बार हुने भावनात्मक अनुभवहरू विशेष गरी बाल्यकालको अनुभवद्वारा आकार लिन्छ। जे कुरा हामी बारम्बार अनुभव गर्छौं त्यो मस्तिष्कमा एउटा बाटो बन्छ। जस्तै कि यदि हामीले हरेक दिन जंगलमा एउटै बाटो हिँड्यौं भने त्यो बाटो स्पष्ट र बलियो बन्छ, हैन र? मस्तिष्क भित्र पनि ठ्याक्कै त्यस्तै हुन्छ। But here is the most surprising part, proven by research from Dr. Michael Merzenich, one of the founders of neuroplasticity. The brain can change itself at any age. अर्थात् old patterns can loosen, new patterns can be formed, and we don't have to live the same emotional story forever. So let me take you to the healing part. I'm not a therapist. I'm just sharing what the research says and how it helped me. एक्सपर्टहरू भन्छन् कि हामी आफ्नो विगतलाई आफूभित्र बोकेर हिँड्छौं, the positive parts and the painful ones. तर हामी ती विगतका अनुभवहरूबाट जिउनु पर्दैन। Dr. Joy Dispenza, whom I look up to as an inspiring guide, had said that healing starts with the very simple steps. The realization that you don't have to be responsible for the programming you received as a child, but as an adult, you are responsible for fixing it. So here are the 3 simple steps of the healing that helped me. Step 1 is to identify our patterns. जब मैले आफ्नो प्याटर्न आइडेन्टिफाई गर्न लागे, I asked myself, नयाँ मान्छेहरूसँग कुरा गर्दाखेरि म किन फ्रेज हुन्छु? र बिस्तारै मैले बुझेँ, I wasn't shy. म त वर्षौं अगाडि मैले सामना गरेको त्यो जजमेन्टबाट म आफूले आफूलाई बचाउँदै थिएँ। And step 2 is to pause and notice. जब म आफूलाई आफ्नो आवाज दबाइरहेको भेट्थेँ, म रोकिन्थेँ अनि आफैलाई भन्थेँ, This is just my old patterns. यो मेरो सत्य होइन। And this is how our brain starts forming new patterns. And step 3 was replaced with a small new action. Not a big changes, just a small thing. And for me, it was like speaking openly every day, even if my voice was shaking. And science calls this as neuronal pruning or rewiring. हामी सबैले केही प्याटर्न बोकेका हुन्छौँ। कुनै प्याटर्नले हामीलाई सुरक्षा दिन्छ, केहीले हामीलाई सीमित गर्छन्। But every pattern can be understood, healed, and rewritten. Our past explains us, but it does not define us. And if we are willing to see our pattern with honesty and compassion, we can change not just how we act, but how we feel inside our own life. And remember, if you are going through something heavy, you don't have to do it all alone. You can find the healer or the therapist. There are so many healers or the therapists or the professionals who can support you, who can guide you, and who can help you to heal. And tell me in the comment section below, what is that emotional pattern you are carrying at the moment that you have realized and you wanted to release that, because your story matters. And if you want more videos that speaks honestly about the migrant's life, healing, identity, and growth, please do subscribe to the channel and join the community. And thank you for watching.